Hello, hello, and welcome to a battle report of Bolt Action 3rd Edition Germans versus Americans. This is a 560 point game. We have on the German side a officer, 2 bodyguards, a medic, 2 here infantry squads, and 2 grenadier squads. One with nothing but assault rifles, and the other one with regular rifles. The sergeant has a MP40. The little guy right here has a Panzerfaust. There are 2 Panzerfaust in this unit here, and a light machine gun. The here infantry squad has a light machine gun and an MP40. The other one is exactly the same. Everything is modeled as is. And that is 560 points. The 2 grenadier squads are veteran. Everything else is regular. Now for the Americans. We have a regular officer, 2 bodyguards, all armed with Thompsons, a medic, a mortar team, 2 regular infantry squads, all armed exactly the same. Sergeant has a Thompson, and there are 2 automatic rifles, the BAR. And in the back, we have a Ranger squad. Sergeant has a Thompson, and one of them has a BAR. And we have 1 transport, because this is the last of the points, is a regular transport, half track. This whole entire army is regular, no veterans yet. And that is going to be the game. We'll find out what the mission is and everything else after the table has been set up, which is going to be my bad. Christmas stuff. That's what I got these for. I'll paint them soon. Don't worry. They're going to look just as good, maybe even better, if not the same, as these guys. We'll be right back after the table has been set up. All right, the Germans are set up. We have the grenadiers here, grenadiers there, here infantry, medic, and officer. Over on this side, we have the Rangers in the half track. The 2 infantry squads, I changed these ones out for winter to match the layout on the medic and the officer as well. I don't have enough for a mortar team and the other squad, so that will be it for now. What I can do for winter, I'll do more later, but that's later down the line. You can tell these ones are Rangers because the sergeant has the Ranger goggles. You only get like 3 pairs in the kit I got. It was secondhand, so it's probably missing a lot more. Anyways, the 2 infantry squads, mortar team, medic, officer, ranger squad, and half track. And right now we're going to roll off to see who goes first. I'm going to do clear for the full winter army on this side, and then a blue for the partial American winter team on that side. And I do have a little handy dandy thing like I usually do. So let's see who gets to go first. This is not like the usual Fog of War play style for Bolt Action. This is alternative game modes, just like all the other games I have on my channel. I like to play that way better instead of the Germans get to go 5 times because they have 2 more units than the Americans, or the Americans go 6 more times because they have a lot of cheap infantry units. I'm not a fan of that. So that's why I'd rather do this. So let's go. Shoot, Americans go first. I'll figure out what I'm going to do and just go from there. See you in a second. Oh, Before I forget, the mission is to hold the city. Mostly just the center here. I was supposed to put a thing there. Whoever holds the main city square wins the game. That's the whole thing. You can see the layout. There's a little trench line here. There's another snowbank here. Everyone's just waiting and itching to move forward and claim the objective. They have a whole bunch of Panzerfaust for a reason. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Alright, first things first. Mortar team advanced to try and fire into the German lines. But it's only 24 inches. So, they're just gonna chill there for a little bit. And that is that. Their move. Now on the German side, the Heer infantry squad ran. Now we go to the Americans. We decided to have the half-track move from here on up with a regular advance, and they're going to fire into this building where the Germans have appeared over the snow line. Hitting on 4s normally, -1 because they moved, and another minus, I think, because they're behind cover. So hitting on 6s. Nothing. Let me check the rule book real quick to see if I missed that. I'm keeping the roll as is just in case. There is no minus to hit for being behind cover. It gives them a cover save now instead. So, these hit. Hitting on 4s, they moved, now 5s. So, these two hit. And to wound them, they are regular, so I need a 4 or more. 3 actually, because I'm using a heavy machine gun. That's both. So, they gain a pin marker, and they get a cover save because I'm shooting at them through cover. So they get a 5+ cover save. They're both fine. First shots have been fired. Now we go to the Germans. Another run for the Germans. Now we go to the Americans lying in wait. From the snowbank, almost into the town, they ran. Now we move to the Germans' next turn side. Let's see what they have in mind. Like I said, the medic just joined them. We'll see if medics are actually useful or not, or if that was just a waste of points. Now, the American side. Oh boy. Leaving the medic behind, they made a run for cover to the building. Now we go back to the Germans. They have a Heer infantry squad and the Grenadiers. I can tell what they are because on the models themselves, the Grenadier Sergeants, I gave the peaked cap along with the covers, while the regular infantry don't have any helmet covers at all. Alright, I'll figure out what to do with them in a moment. Alright, so the Grenadiers that were here have moved forward to here, getting ready to go into position here or up here to fire into them. They are armed with rifles and 1 Panzerfaust. So that half track might not be long for this world. You can still see the medic on the horizon over there. That's funny. I swear, if I just took like this, added like a couple more infantry squads here, maybe like another one there, this would be like a cinematic moment for a movie or something. All right. I think I'm just gonna have the medic run up and join this team. Honestly, I think I'll just do it on camera. Because that sounds more like something I would do, honestly. Instead of just, alright, off camera, they moved all the way up to there, you see. Look, they're up there. And go all the way over here in front of them. No, because of the snowbank, you have to climb over it. So that's minus an inch. Another inch there. So there'd be like somewhere back there. And with that, they ran. Now then, all right, the last infantry squad for this squad side moved up without an advance order. These three are the only ones that are able to see all the way over there, and they're the only ones that can reach. Hitting on 4s, they moved. Hitting on 5s, 3 shots. Boom, boom, boom. All 3 missed. All that's left are the 2 officers who are just going to move in with the rest of their men. This one's going to move up to here, and this one's going to move up to this tree. So everyone still can get the morale and the order bonus. And that's going to be the end of game turn 1. No one holds the center yet. Alright, here we go on game turn 2. So who goes first? I don't like this dice. But it is what it is. Let me re-roll just to see. 5, 2, 2. Just to make sure everyone knows that this isn't just always getting a 6. It just so happened they got a 6 twice in a row. It's nuts. Anyways, Americans go first. So let's see what goes down now. Also, to help with any confusion, the Ranger squad in the half-track stayed. They did not fire in the last game turn. So we're going to be moving on to this one now. Fun. I'll just do it on camera. So, fire order. They can only fire up to here. 1 shot, hitting on a 6 because they can't see. Indirect fire. It's a miss. Probably hit the building here instead. A little short. Alright. Let me figure out what I'm going to do next. Alright, so they just did a slight advance from the tree line out of the city into this ruined, let's just say it was like someone's home. Maybe a hotel or something. I don't know. Only 7 of them out of the whole squad here could actually fire into this squad. A lot of the shots are going to be kind of just going through multiple different windows and stuff. Hitting on 4s because it's an assault rifle. 18 inches, 2 shots each. So, hitting on 4s. Re-rolling the cocked ones. That's fine. There we go. Moving all the non-4s. They're regular, So they need a 4 or more to survive this. And then they have a 5+ cover save. 1. They have a medic right there with them. So that's a 6 or more feel no pain save. 1 saved. 2 die. Boom. And boom. Oh. Because of that, they received a pin marker. Now we go to the American side. This infantry squad decided to advance into the building. Half here are going to fire what they can see on this side, which is going to be mostly just from here down. And the upper half, except for the sergeant, of course, are going to fire straight into this squad here. If we can start cutting down their numbers, it might be a well-fought fight. So let's start with the ones firing over here. There are 6 firing. 1 has a bar, so that is 2 shots. There's 3 going through so far, so that's +1. There are 5 shooting on that side as well, over into the other squad here. 1 of them has a bar, and because there's 3 shots, they get 1 extra. So, starting with this side here for the Grenadiers. Hitting on 5s because they moved. 1 hit. They are veterans, so they need a 5 to be wounded. No. Next up, going over here. Hitting on 5s because they moved. 2 hit. 4s because they're regular. 1. This would have been a 6. Medic. Nope. Cover save. Yes. Alright, so that one got hit, so it gets... I'll just use another one. I have more than enough. 2 pin markers. This one got hit. No, it didn't. Yeah, it did. So that's 1 pin marker. And that was shooting for them. Now we go to the Germans for their response. Right, I'm going to try to activate this unit here. They have 2 pin markers on them. They get... Let me see. I have it right here. +3 to morale because he's right there within 12 inches of them. So everything within 12 inches gets +3 morale. So their morale for being regular is 9 minus 2. So 5, 6, 7, 8. I needed 8 or lower. Pass morale. Exactly 8. Sweet. Then I think after you pass morale, you remove 1 pin marker or D3. That would be 3, but I think that's another thing. So pass morale, remove 1. And instead, they're going to get a fire order. Everything is within range. So they're going to fire into this squad. They have a light machine gun. So that's 5. Which would be him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because the other one is a loader. So he won't be able to fire. So that's 10 shots. Hitting on 4s, 5s because of the pin marker. One shot hit. They're regular, so they need a 4 or more to be wounded. That's just one dead. Let's go with you. And because of that, blow. All right. American response. Half track is going to activate. The unit inside I'm not doing anything with yet. The big machine gun is going to fire. Over there. 3 shots hitting on 4s. Holy moly. 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 3s to wound them. No medic. Two dead. Let's go with, let's see. You and you. Oh yeah, I forgot. They have a light machine gun too. Because he's the loader. So they could have had a lot more shots. One would have hit. Would have wounded. Medic. No. Cover. No. So that would have been one more dead on that side. Yeah. It is what it is. It would have been, but I didn't. So that was the half track. Now we go to one of the other units over here. See what they do in response. All right. So within 12 inches of them, they move. They are veteran, so their morale is 10, minus 1, 9 for the pin marker, and then plus 3, so 12. I need lower than the 12. They pass. Yoink. Panzerfaust. Hitting the front armor of the half track. Hitting on a 5 because he moved. One-time shot. Here we go. It's a miss. Darn. Oh well. And then the rest of the squad's going to fire into this unit here. So that's going to be 4 rifles. And then the MP40. So 2 shots. The 2 shots I'm going to have to do separately. Or, hang on. There we go. Because it's an assault weapon. So this one's hitting on 4s. These ones are hitting on 5s. They all miss. The whole squad miss completely. Well, that sucked. And we're down to Panzerfaust. So, yippee. I'm just gonna have him be sleepy for a little bit. Since he doesn't have that weapon anymore. I don't have an alternative model to replace him with. Well, that's why they have 2 more on that unit. Uh, I think that's all the rest of the Panzerfaust we have. Just the two left in that Grenadier squad. Oh boy. Um, that's gonna be a pain in the arse. Americans are up next. Here we go. All right, so exiting the vehicle, they now make their way down this way. Honestly, I feel like I should put someone in there so we could still continuously fire, but I need more firepower than just 3 shots. It hits hard, I'm not gonna lie, but with this looming danger on the corner, it's almost practically useless at this point, so I can have them exit and then re-enter into the vehicle. But for now, let's see what they could do on the board. So the sergeant of the ranger team is going to fire into this unit here. 2 shots hitting on 4s because it's an assault weapon. It ignores the -1 hit penalty for moving. He missed both shots. And the rest of the 4 guys are going to fire over here. +1 because they're all, because of the 3 Grands, the rifles. So that's 3 shots, +1. And that one's armed with a bar. So that's plus another shot. So 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 extra for that one, and then 1 extra for being rifles. 6, my bad. Hitting on 5s because they moved. They're veterans, so they need 5s again. 3. No medic nearby, so that's just 3 dead. 1, 2, and 3. They have a pin marker. And that is that. Alright, now we go to the Germans' response. They have 3 units left. I think these guys are just gonna go up and over into the building here. So they can have line of sight on more of these guys. Yeah. Would that be a cover save from shooting from there to there because of this building piece? I think so. I'm gonna roll it. They didn't save anything. Never mind. They're dead. Alright, yeah, they're gonna move up and over. So they moved up and over. But because of their regular advance, which stopped them right here, they weren't able to see anything beyond here. So they had to move over another section of the room instead of going all the way up to here, which they could have, because that would be an extra gap that they would have to try and traverse, which will have to be next game turn. They can kind of see this unit now. Beyond that, not much else. Now, we go to the Americans, who are genuinely taking a beating. We'll see what I can do with the last 2 units over there. 3, technically. We activated the Major, and he did a Gather Up Men, Snap 2, whatever you want to call it. I like to say it's, what do they call it again? The order, Listen Up Men. I like it better than Everyone Snap 2, because that's stupidly British. Like, hardcore British. If you're playing a British army, that's fine for you. I'm playing Americans. Fuck you. So, we're doing American sayings here. You don't like it, go somewhere else. Whatever. It is a British game. It's 100% British, I know. We all know that. That's why we're here. That's why you're here watching this. Because you're a fan of the game. You're a fan of, like, seeing stuff like this go down. So, the Sergeant, NCO, is going to fire his Thompson over here. The rest of the guys that can see are also going to fire. So that's going to be 1 bar. Not 2, because the other one can't see anything. And just 5 guys. Plus 1 because they're rifles. So, 4 for the sergeant, 5s for the rest because they moved. And if you're wondering where'd the pin marker go, I rolled that off camera by accident because I was just excited to see what they were going to do. They passed. They rolled an 8. They needed 8 originally because they're regular. They had a pin marker, so it went from 9 to 8. They got plus 3 because of the major being there. So that was 11, but then 10 maybe. I rolled an 8. That's fine. So anyways, let's roll. Sergeant missed. 3 riflemen. Those are the only ones that hit. Those are veterans, so they need 5s to wound. 2 go through. Cover save on 5s. 2 dead. You and you. And pin marker. Alright, all that's left is the major and the medic. And the medic is going to stay put, while the major is also going to stay put. So that is going to end. Well, no, hang on. His bodyguards are armed with rifles. And there's a really cheeky unit that's close by that won't receive cover. Let's see what happens. They didn't move. They're just going to do a fire. So, boom, boom. Both hit. On 4s, they wound. Both wound. On a 6+ because of the medic, who is right there. 2 dead. Boom. Oh, that's the bar. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sergeant, no. You. They're dead. And because of that, another pin marker. Alright, now we end game turn 2. No one holds the center objective, which I still haven't put down yet. So, we move to game turn 3. Alright, here we go again. Germans or Americans? Who will go first? Oh. The Germans go first. I know what unit I'm activating. It's going to be this squad over here. They're going to move up, fire, and then the one with the Panzerfaust over there. Or double, actually. Both. Or I can save them and have this squad fire and try to take this squad out completely. They are Rangers. They are regular. We'll see. We will see. We will see. Alrighty. So I did a whole bunch of advance orders. So first things first. Regular. 8. Well, 9 down to 8 because of this stupid little thing. Plus 3 because of the Hopmen being like there. So they pass morale. Those are veterans. Under by 1. Perfect. They remove that as well. This squad. Oh boy. Oh, they are regular, so 9, 8, 11, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, they're good by 1. Alrighty, so this squad's gonna fire. They advanced, so they're gonna fire everything into this squad. They're gonna fire everything into this squad. They're gonna do whatever they can into this squad first before anything else. They're gonna try to fire over here. We'll just do it one at a time, starting here. I'll do it all on camera too. So, within range. So, that plus the other 2. Three shots hit. They need 4s because they're regular. 2 dead. Plow and plow. And that is another pin marker on them. Alright, so they're done. The 2 riflemen from this squad, gonna fire over there. 1 hit on a 4. That's a ranger dead. Blow. Don't need the range anymore. So that's the leader here and his 2 bodyguards. The 2 bodyguards fired. A medic is just right there with them. Let's see. This unit is only going to fire, so the light machine gun. Boom. And then the, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3 riflemen. Over here. Or do I go for the bigger unit on this side? They have a medic and leader. They're going to need help clearing that out. But these 2 are more of inline in front of me. So, how many more are left in this squad? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 9 left in that unit. Oh boy, this is a tough choice. I'd have to sacrifice some shots because not all of them could see over into this way, but all of them can see this unit and this unit. I could probably wipe out that unit to stop them from going back into here to arm the machine gun. Because right now, it's just a sitting vehicle that doesn't do anything. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Hitting on 4s because I didn't move. Oof. Okay, I'm glad I did that. I need exactly 4 4s to wipe out that unit. I'll do it one at a time. Boom. 1 dead. 2 dead. 3 dead. All 4 are dead. Squad wiped. Very effective. Hitler's buzzsaw is going phenomenal. Alright. These guys over here. They're actually going to get a cover save and a medic save. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 assault rifles. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to be firing the Panzerfaust, not yet. They need to get closer. I need to start cutting down the infantry unit. Here we go. On 4s. There we go. 4 missed. Half the shots missed. That's why they get 2 each. On 4s. Cut right through. 2 managed to go through properly. 5 plus cover save. 6 plus medic save. 1 more dies. You right there, boy. You're dead. Alright, and that was shooting for the Germans. Stupidly effective. Because of that, they get another pin marker. Seems like all of America's units are pinned. Now we go to the American side. Let's see what we can do for retaliation. Alright. This is going to be a Hail Mary if I've ever had one. So, the plan, this infantry squad is going to try to charge into combat with this one to wipe them out. The leader is going to advance up to here, staying within close range of the medic and within cover. So that way it can fire this way. And then this unit, also being activated to fire, are going to fire all their weapons into the leader, since there's no one in front then, so we can just wipe them out. The mortar is going to continuously fire into this unit. So let's start with the mortar first, because if that hits, that's going to be beautiful. I needed a 4. Well, the next game turn I'll be hitting on a 3. Alright, morale for that unit that's going to charge. I need the regular, so 9 minus 2, so that's 7. Plus 3, so 7, 8, 9, 10. I need a 10 or lower. So that is 1 removed. And let's see, I never measured. I think we're well within 12. No Overwatch. Let me move him in a second. Hang on. All right, combat time. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Versus 5. Americans charge first, so let's see what happens. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 5s because they're veterans. 2. So that's 2 dead for the Germans. Germans fighting back. 3 hit. Needing 4s. 3 killed on the American side. So, Germans won the combat. It means there's only 3 left in that unit. Alright, so combat is over. That was bad. Alright. Morale. 10 or lower. Good. 1 removed. They're all going to fire after they move. Which will put them here. So all of them are going to fire over here. Yeah. 2, 4, 6 shots. Hitting on 4s because they can. 2 hit out of all of them. Veterans, so 5s. No. But they hit. Alright, so we have the sergeant here. So that's 2. There is a bar and another one. So that's 2. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 extra riflemen, so they get 1 extra shot. So hitting on 4s. Let's start with the sergeant going into this squad here. Both hit. Didn't wound. Another pin marker. And then the rest of the unit over here. On 4th because he's regular. Bodyguard is dead. Oh, medic. My bad. No, he's dead. Cover save? He's dead. Oh boy. This is not looking good. Now we go to Germans with this last unit right here. Alright, last unit. They just advanced over to this corner building, jumping over this, over here. So, they're all going to fire over here into the leader. Sergeant is going to be hitting on 4s, the rest are hitting on 5s. One hit. On a 4. 6+ medic. No cover. So, bodyguard down. All that's left is the medic and that unit. I don't even think it can fire because there's no one in it. Alright, I guess we go to turn 3. Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, turn 3. I should be marking this down. You know what? I'm just gonna go with this right there. I'm gonna put it right there. Right there. Turn 3, right there. There we go. Yeah. I don't think the Germans lost a full unit yet. The 2 veteran grenadier squads have been keeping the whole front line together, while the 2 machine gun teams, the basic infantry with a light machine gun, have been just causing havoc with just rifles alone. Now I'm starting to think I should have left the Rangers in the half track and then had that move up just a little bit up to here and just fired into the whole thing. Giving everyone covering fire, because right now it's just sitting there being useless. Yeah. Anyways, let me clear up the table and we'll start turn 3. Roll off to see who goes first. Germans and Americans. Uh-oh. I think it might be over for the Americans. I think this might be a German victory. Darn. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh boy. Alright, so since the Germans were able to get the first game turn, fire, fire, advance, fire. Let's stick with the 2 fires first. All of them here. So, my God. That's my mom talking in the background. She is the loudest one in the whole entire house. So that's the light machine gun. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of these guys. Boom. So it's 9 shots for the top squad and then 9 for the bottom one. So here we go, hitting on 4s because they didn't move. Fours. 3 dead. 1, 2, and 3. Light machine gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 this time. So 10 shots from the bottom one going straight into this unit. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. 2 more. So that means there are 4 guys left in that unit. Three pin markers. This unit, morale, 10 minus 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11. So anything under 11, they're fine. So 2 for him. Did it move? 3, 4. Hitting on 4s. Two hit on 4s. One more goes down. Bar. Oh boy. These guys are going to advance. One. Just one's going to fire into them. The 2 Panzerfausts are going to fire over here. And with the 2 Panzers. Hitting on 5s because they moved. Oh, I should have gotten closer. Oh, they all missed. They all missed. They all missed. If I can activate them, get them to the half track, and start blasting, we could probably try and take this back. We can try. We're gonna try. All right, American's turn. There's only 2, 3, 4, 5 units left. Let's go. All right, so I figured it out. So, after a little measurement, still within range, still within range, in range. So, plan is, they're gonna activate, fall back, go into this, and start blasting. That one is gonna fire into here, hitting on 3s this time, so it should be hitting. Should. And hopefully just blows them up. And he's just gonna move up to the window and fire into them. The medic is gonna follow along. Alright, first things first, this unit. They're regular, so the 9 minus 4, so I need a 5 or less. I need a 2 to pass. Yes! 1 pin marker removed. Off they go. There goes all them. So now someone's actually manning the machine gun. Hooray. Next, mortar team. Firing on a 3 or higher. You gotta be shitting me. Should have brought a sniper team. Should have brought a sniper team. Should have brought a sniper team. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, just put the window right there, yes sir. Mike's gonna follow along suit. They're just going to fire into this squad. +2 to hit. So 2s. How in the world do they keep rolling 1s? 5's a wound. Both. So, plink and plink. The medic. They're just going to be there. Yep. That's about that. And now this can fire. And it's going to go straight up into here. 3 shots. On 4s. One hit, so +1, so I'm wounding them on 3s. Nothing. But a hit. So, pin. And there we go. Game turn 3 is over. I don't think the Americans win this one. I think they're going to have to fall back and get out. That mortar team sucks. They suck. Yeah. I don't think these two lost anyone. That squad did a lot of firepower with their assault rifle. But we'll see. We'll see what happens on game turn 4. Alright, here we go. Germans. Americans. Cool. He's out of range for everything now, so I'm just going to do him by himself. With the medic as well. The medic is just going to rally. And the sergeant himself, not the sergeant, the captain, the lieutenant captain, is just going to fire. Bodyguard's going to fire here, he's going to fire up there. So starting with the bodyguard, to this guy next to them, on 2s. On 5s. And they get another one for being shot at last game turn. Sergeant up here. Both miss. Germans. Alright, so all the orders for the whole entire army have been given. So, fire, 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 fire. Everyone's going to open fire right now. Let's start with this squad here. They need a 12 or lower. Straight across. All within range. On 4s. Fours again. Sixes because of the medic. No cover save. So, dead and dead. His turn. 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 or less. Two shots into the medic, hitting on 3s. Both hit. 5 plus cover save. 6 plus feel no pain. Nope. Medic just got shot and killed. Firing. And then firing as well. They're all just going to fire into it. Has a armor of 7. So they're all wounding on 6s, basically. Let's see how many hit. And if they're in range. Give me 1 second. Alright, so after doing all the measurements and counting, they can all hit, except for the 2 leaders who only have MP40s, and the leader of the Germans who only has a pistol. So the 2 let's see, what were they called? Light machine guns. I've been doing 5 shots for them each. They actually have 6. My bad. And then all the rifles here. So all of them are going to be firing into the half track. Starting with the machine guns. Hitting on 4s. Those all hit. On 4s. And then on 6s. Two went through. But it is superficial damage, not actual damage, so we'll see what happens. First one, and the second. I'll tell you what that means. Alrighty. So, the 5, it's immobilized and can't move. The 1, they added an extra pin marker, so the crew got stunned. Just for a moment before realizing, oh crap, we're being shot at. Yeah, all that's left is the Americans with the 2 units, so we'll just see what they can do in a second. That is the Americans' dead pile, and the Germans' dead pile. Big difference. Alright, here we go. The mortar team firing into the same squad again. Indirect fire. On a 2+ now, because this is the 4th game turn I'm trying to hit them on. They finally hit. Wow. That would have been good about 3 game turns ago. Maybe 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 dice. Let me see. What was the explosion range again? It was light mortar. So the size of that one is 1 inch. So it's going to be the circle inside here. All their bases are within. So all 7. Here we go. The pin for that one is +1, so I need 3s. Two are definitely living so far. There's a medic nearby. So 5 are dead. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. And 5 for the loader. Finally effective. Little too late though. And then all that's left is to try and activate that one. It's a regular, so the morale for that one is 9 minus 4. 5 or lower. Alright, the crew inside the vehicle are panicked and it is down. And because of that, I'm going to have the regular infantry squad try to activate next. They're also regular. So I need a 6 or lower. They're also down. Woohoo. I'm going to say it here and give it to the Germans. The Germans won before game turn 5. If I made any mistakes in this game, let me know in the comment section down below. If there are any misconceptions I might have had for rules-wise, for combat or anything else, please let me know so I know in advance for the next game. Probably when these are finally painted. We'll see. Alright. Thank you for watching a video of this new channel. If you missed out on the old one, don't worry about it. A lot of those old audiobooks and everything else are slowly being re-recorded and re-uploaded on the Patreon for free. For free. You don't need to be a member. You don't need to do any of that. Also, if you want a weird copy of Bolt Action that has the rules, but you don't have to flip through a whole bunch of different pages, I'm working on that as well. Has all the proper points and everything else. And I changed the wounded stat to armor, so that way you know how that works and what they're armed with. Extra rules are also applied to them, along with what they give and what they do. Alrighty. If you're interested in any of that, you could also find that in a little bit, probably on the next video upload, which might be a couple weeks from now, depending on if I have time, from today, when you see this video. And if it's been like, say, a month or two, it's probably already there. I say probably. I don't know time. Time is an enigma in my mind. Anyways, I've been me, you've been you. Thank you for watching another one of these videos, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.